I particularly want us to talk about this. Okay, we're going to be opening the phone lines in just a minute, so get ready to give us a call and share your thoughts on this matter, particularly if you're outside Accra. Okay, we want to hear from you from all over the country. Give us a call. Let us know what you think on this matter. 0204 447 033 is the number that you'll be calling us on. Now, we're going to be talking about, this is the question that we're asking. Should citizens rely on government or take initiative to improve their communities? What do you think, Chris?
Well, I think I grew up in two places where you actually take initiative. I was born in Togo.
Okay.
I grew up in Togo.
Okay.
I was used to the fact that I'm used to the fact that every morning you have to wake up and then clean your environment.
Yeah.
Every evening too.
Okay.
You do the same thing.
Okay.
So you're not waiting for anybody to do that
Okay.
for you.
Okay.
You're not waiting for anybody to clean your gutters. You're not waiting for anybody to, fix all that debris that's in front of your house. So since everybody does it, when you enter an area, it's clean. And when I'm talking about these areas, I'm not talking about areas like tarred roads, Transako, and all that.
Okay.
No, not all that. Not all that. Not all that bushy space. Even all the way down to the very,
dusty road areas that have dusty roads
exactly.
and all that. They still clean
Everybody
the environment.
does that.
Okay.
Everybody is used to that. You understand? So, and if everybody is doing that down there, it's easier.
Yeah. I think that modernity, in a certain sense, has affected us negatively in that aspect in Ghana. I'll say that because if you just go back 20 years, 30 years, and then 40 years ago, right, you find that many of our cities and towns were much cleaner than they are today.
Right.
Not because people were not generating filth. Of course, the population has also grown, so it means that their volume of filth is higher. Right? But I think that we also believed and practiced some of the things you're saying,
right,
where we would wake up in the morning and you don't only sweep the inside of your compound, you open the gate and you go outside the gate and you sweep. It was a thing that was done. And you would see it. You would see it in a neighborhood. If you had to leave home early for school or whatever, you would see neighbors doing the same thing. They've come out of their gate and they're cleaning what the frontage of their house looks like, because there's a mindset that we were operating with. The mindset is simple. The mindset is that people will see you from the outside and judge you before they see the inside, right? So when they approach your house looks neat, your house looks clean, and everything else. There's already a judgment that has taken place before we even enter the house.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you see that thing? So you don't want your frontage to look bad.
Yeah.
Right? But it seems that somehow the modern pressure and whatever else, we've thrown away some of these values.
Right. And even talking about that last week, some of my friends came from Nigeria.
Okay, yes.
So they came from Nigeria for a wedding, and then as we were driving along the roads, one of them was like, she's been here just once, and this is her second time.
Okay.
She was like, she wants to sound Ghanaian. Chale!
Yeah.
The Ghana roads are dirty now.
It wasn't how it used to be.
She said that. She was like, it's not, they don't catch you people again. Like, why is everybody doing anyhow now?
Yeah.
And those were her words. Why is everybody doing anyhow?
Yeah.
So we just
let things go.
Just let things go.
Yeah.
She was like, it's dirty now. It's not like how it used to be. Ghana, that when you enter, everything is so neat.
Even back in the 90s, so this is not that long ago, so this is like 25 years ago. If you come down to Circle that is notorious for being filthy, it was clean because there were people that took it upon themselves to make sure. And there was a popular man that is famed. I hear he was not even a senior police officer. Salifu Amankwa. That was his name. I mean, when they say Salifu is coming, you better make sure that your place is clean. You're a hawker. You are selling what? It doesn't matter. If you hear, they say the man is coming, your place you need to be clean. You see? So the question is, should we wait for government or should we take initiative as individuals, as families, as groupings, as community members to clean up our own environment, right? Because again, it is true, there are bylaws in Ghana that run our towns and districts and cities and so on that say that the assemblies are responsible for certain aspects of sanitation and so on and so forth. We understand that. But where is that Ghanaian that was proud to not litter? That was proud to keep the environment clean. I remember, let me tell you a story. I arrived in Ghana. For some of you who know, I didn't grow, a part of my childhood was not here. So when I came back, I was 20. Now, I had seen certain people do certain things. And so, I was very excited, young man, I've just come. I was just about to start my national service. And then I went to buy, in a taxi. I was going from Circle to Kulipu in a taxi. And I bought yogurt on the way. So as I was sitting in the taxi, I chopped my yogurt finish. And you see, my upbringing and my instinct is always pocket your rubbish, and when you get to destination, you get rid of it, right? But on this occasion, I felt like, when you are in Rome, do as the Romans do. And I had seen a few people, they finish their yogurt, or then they fly the thing out of the window. So me too, no young man, I finished my yogurt and then I threw it out of the window. Guess what happened? And today I salute that taxi driver. Do you know what he did? He stopped the taxi in the middle of the road and he said, "Young man, get down and go and collect that yogurt." I'm telling you, I got out of the car, I went to collect it. Yes, I'm talking about Circle to Kolebu. It wasn't just before where Obechebe is. So just before we got there, he stopped in the middle. He didn't park. He stopped in the middle of the road. He said, "Get out and go and collect that thing you dropped."
Wow.
Yeah. Where is the personal responsibility? You see, and that's the question that we're asking this morning.
Yeah.
I see the young men. Oh, go ahead.
I also did the same thing to my son.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
I also did the same thing to my son. We were in our area, and then he did the same thing. I was like, "Okay, you're going to get down, right?" He was like, "No, you're not serious." I said, "You're going to get down." So I had to pack. I was like, "Take it." Yeah. I was like, "Someone can be following us. You don't know who's following us." Exactly.
Yeah, because you see, and when you do that once, that person will never drop litter again.
True.
That's it.
True.
Look, years later, now.
This is you.
This is me. I'm a little older in life and everything else. Look. I was driving with some friends and we were coming from a brewery, and then there was a trotro, and then we saw people. You know how it is. Trotro is almost communal. You don't know the people, but you get to know the people as you are in the trotro, because the journey is a little longer than from Medina to Circle. It's a little longer. So they're coming from a brewery and they're coming to Accra. They were following the people. Then suddenly, black rubber bag will fly out. Then suddenly, corn cob will fly out. Then suddenly, orange peel will fly out. Then my friend says, "Charlie, what do you guys think?" And we're following them up, down the hill. We had past pedestrians, we're descending. So we're following them. So what do you guys think? Then we said, "Charlie, let's do them action." So this is what we decided to do. We decided to pretend. We pretended to be what do you call those people? National security people. Yeah. So all we did was that we put on our sunglasses. Fortunately, all of us had shades. Put on our sunglasses. Then we went. Then we started blowing the horn, blowing the horn. Then we overtook the guy and said, "Park the vehicle." So we went to stand there and said, "Hey, do you know what people are throwing rubbish?" So we started looking inside the vehicle. Who was the one throwing the rubbish? People were panicking, so that they will never try that thing again. You see,
Yes.
but the question again is, should we not be responsible as individuals?
Yes.
Right?
I think we should.
Yeah.
I think we should. Yeah. And maybe
because people throw rubbish on the street saying that somebody will come and sweep.
Well, I think we should, and also maybe there should be a law or a day that says, okay, today is sanitation day.
No, but we have the last Saturday of every month, or is it the first Saturday of every month that we instituted that we don't follow the thing anymore?
People don't follow it anymore. That's the thing.
Do you see the thing? No, but you see, for me, I think that every day should be a clean day. That's the attitude we need to have, and drum it down, and the kids it should be something that goes all the way down, so that a child on the street can point to an adult and say, "Oh, daddy, you threw the rubbish on the ground." Yes, you'll be nice. Embarrassed.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes.
We should make it something that we should normalize cleanliness. It's important, right? So let's remind you the phone number again. Give us a call. What do you think? Should we wait for government, or should we do it ourselves? 0204-447-033. Give us a call. Share your thoughts with us. Now, we have a couple of videos from, they came on a set this week, right? Or last week?
Last week, actually.
Okay. The Bus Stop Boys. And we had a conversation with them, and fantastic work that they are doing. Let's take a look at some of the initiatives they've taken around in different places and see what they are getting up to.
Our biggest inspiration. And I'm sure by the time I'm done, you will also be inspired to start wherever it is that you are. These guys are all the way a Brim, new a Brim, and Coco, baby cry, and they saw what we are doing on social media, and I'm saying they are also going to start and contribute to the development of our country. And this is action. It's not like they are just talking. They sent us a video where they are on the streets cleaning and doing their bit for the collective good of our nation. The spirit that has ignited you guys to be on the streets, may that spirit live forever. Thank you.
Bus Stop Boys, Rancha, a war, new Abrim, a bring up the street. Now, any year day, Dikayan, yes, you yet to your voice or say, yes, to young man Ghana, as a mebu, and you know, another way and say, yeah, cleaning hand say. And then you shall say, well, bring up new Abrim government hospital. Now, the young queen said, Bus Stop Boys, or my muno, and I say, you quite say, yes, you're the count.
Wow.
Right. So that's a bit of what's happening in Brim. People have seen the Bus Stop Boys in Accra and were inspired and decided to start their own. Yeah.
Right. So we actually have a caller joining us right now, Charles from Agona Swedro. Hello, Charles.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Thank you.
All right. So can you share your thoughts?
Yeah, I think that we should not always wait for the government before we ensure that our environment is clean. Yeah, we have to be responsible enough. As you were saying, 20 years, 30 years ago, the communities were having communal labors almost every week to ensure that the environments are clean. When it comes to, having a place of convenience, all the communities will come together, find a place, prepare one for themselves, and do stuff. Yeah. So today, I don't know what is happening, but it's also partly as a fault of the government, because the policies that are coming are such that the children of today are not permitted to take certain things, to be responsible on certain issues. For instance, if you go to school, I remember there was a certain director somewhere who instructed that students shouldn't sweep in the mornings. You see, so if all these things are not checked, then I think we are going to even experience more than what we are seeing now. Yes, we should be responsible enough to clean our frontage and do stuff. But I also think that the government's policies, especially on the children, the rights, and this should also be checked, so that we all have a clean environment to live in. Thank you.
All right.
Wow. Thank you, Charles. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, for me, I like his submission, but I won't totally agree with that, especially with the kids, with what he said with the kids, you know, about kids sweeping and stuff like that. I feel like you are the adults. Do it in your house. When you do it in your house, your kid will learn.
I think that I agree with Charles. Let me explain why I say that I agree with Charles, and I agree with him in total. I agree with him because I feel that children watch parents, and naturally they are curious, they're inquisitive, they want to try what you are doing.
Yes.
Right? So give them the opportunity in school, okay? Because it's not for 30 minutes. No, it's for 10 minutes. Every child is out there with a broom. In 10 minutes, the compound will be clean.
Well, you were saying,
Do you get what I'm saying?
It's easy for you to say that, but we also forget that the health of the kids also matter.
No.
In a case that you don't know which kid
Very
has
good.
a health issue.
Very good.
So that's why I really don't agree
no.
with it. And also, like me, I didn't do that in school, but I learned it at home.
No, so I did it in school, okay? And I went to a relatively bougie school. I did it in school, Richard School. Right. We did gardening. We had to make sure the environment was clean.
Right.
All of that. See, I think that when you are doing it at home, it can be like, oh, it's our family that is like this.
Right.
But when the children see themselves, everybody is doing, it's like, oh, this is what is done. We all do.
Yeah.
But I also agree with you in the sense that parents then must make sure that the school is aware if the child has peculiar needs, because those are rather outliers.
Right.
You see, in 100 children, it may be 5, 7, 10 children that may have respiratory issues. You see, and so they need to be careful of dust and those things, but not the majority.
Right.
Do you get it? So, yeah, I think we have another caller on the line. Hello?
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to Breakfast Daily. Your name, please.
My first concern is that
Yes.
when we talk about the infrastructure, okay, to me, the first infrastructure a nation or every individual can think of within the country is the people themselves.
True.
Okay.
Okay, so where is the government taking?
Hello? Okay, looks like we have a break in communication there. All right, so, yeah.
I really wish
please
you could
call
actually-
back,
yes,
all right?
call
Please call
back.
back. We want to hear your submission, all right? So 0204 447 033 is the number to call us on. I've been in school situations where a child has reacted badly, right, because of respiratory issues.
Yes.
So I agree, it's important, right? But I also think that we can't use the minority of cases to then create a general rule.
Yes, I understand that.
Do you understand?
I understand what you're talking, and I understand the fact that, you know, you need to engage kids in, you know, some of these activities.
Yeah.
Yes, gardening is cool.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Yes, you teach the kids about cleaning up the environment. It's great. Yes, once in a while, kids, let's arrange our classroom and all that.
Yeah.
But do not have it in your mind that, oh, the school has to do it. No, you are the parent. They are the first person they see. Do you understand? It has to come from you.
I agree.
You don't always wait for you have to be the first teacher before the school.
I agree. How many times have you not heard children say, we learned this in school? You tell parents, please, you can't say that. Teacher says this is the correct way to do. Do you see the thing? So you look at the hours a child spends. If they go to school at 7, right, and they are returning home, let's say at 4 or 5. Look at that. Look at those number of hours.
Right.
In today's world, you're going to see your children less. You will have less engagement with your child than they will have in school. That means that the responsibility of the school environment to influence your child positively has become more important than it has ever been. Do you see?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have another caller from Ablekuma, Mr. Musa. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you too?
But it's great. I'm doing well.
All right. So, Mr. Musa, should we be waiting for the government, or we should take initiative?
Yeah, we have to take initiative. But before that, I want to say something. You see, there's a saying that in the Quran that no one is born as a sinner. It's where you live and how you live that makes you a sinner. You see, for example, me, for instance, when I came to Accra, I stay at a nuclear station that is closer to Temple. In that place, how we were living, no any dustbin. If you drink pure water, you throw it anyhow. If you eat and finish, take away, you throw it. You see? So, but when I get admission in 2005 at IPS, that time is now UPS. When I get to that environment, everywhere there's a dustbin. As a student, anytime you buy something or you are throwing a rabbit, you have to put it in the dustbin. And everywhere there's a dustbin. So that one, it has changed my life, how you should behave towards the environment. And when I completed the school too, I stayed at East Legon, getting to Manhattan.
Okay.
And in my room, I have a dustbin there because of how I was raised. And outside the house, we have a dustbin there. If you are doing something in your kitchen, you put it in the dustbin, you come and pour it in the major dustbin.
Yeah.
You see how it is. So because of that, we have cultivated how to keep the environment clean. So sometimes it's where you live,
Musa,
how you live.
Musa, what do you think
Yes.
is the problem we're experiencing nowadays where people's environments, are so filthy, nobody seems to care. People come out of their house, they throw the bola on the streets, into the gutter, and all of that. How did we get here?
You see, we have to change our mindset. Where you are putting the rubbish, it will go and also go and damage somewhere.
Yeah.
So we have to change our behavior, our mindset, and we have to inculcate that kind of discipline in our mind to make sure that we keep our environment clean. If you keep your environment clean, you yourself, you become healthy, and your children will become healthy, and the future will be healthy. You will raise a good citizen in the future. But if you throw it away, one, it can breed, it can cause it can breed mosquitoes. It can choke the gutters, and you see all over flooding, especially Accra here. In fact, Accra here we are indisciplined. The indiscipline is too much in Accra here. In fact, if you go and see the gutters that they have covered, if you open one cover and see inside how it is choked,
inside.
in fact, it's very serious. And if we didn't take time, any little rainfall, heavy rainfall, all over the place will be got flooded because we normally throw anyhow the rubbish anyhow. And if the rubbish go and chop something small, if it comes, it's compiled. If the water carrier comes, it's compiled. So at the end of the day, it will block the waterway, and the place will got flooded. So it's our own good interest. And one thing, as you are doing, I applaud you. You have to continue doing that so that it can educate the people.
All right.
So that they will also understand the reason why they should keep their environment clean.
Musa,
so if you understand, you will be able to act.
Musa, we are so grateful.
Then if you don't understand what you are doing, you continue doing it.
Thank you so much for the
call. So I really appreciate what you are doing.
Thank you so much.
Keep it up.
And we also appreciate your call. Thank you very much for calling and sharing your thoughts. We really appreciate it as well. So I mean, as Musa said rightly, look, disease and flooding. These are two immediate and automatic effects of piling of rubbish in our waterways.
And especially when you look
disease.
at when you look at the disease part.
And the disease is not only the malaria. Malaria is just one.
Exactly, and the way things are right now with the whole economic stress.
You
don't want to spend a lot of money on the hospital right now.
The question is, do we wait for government or should we take initiative? just as the bus stop boys have showed us. And honestly, I am so impressed with them. And now there's a ripple effect. What they are doing is inspiring others.
Others, yeah.
Okay, to also take initiative to do the same. We have Tima from Pokwase. Tima, good morning.
Good morning once again.
Yes.
I called in earlier.
Yes, you did. Yes.
Now,
Can
to
you go ahead?
continue looking at what you are talking about today,
Yeah.
you're talking about community infrastructure, right?
Community
do citizens-
engagement in terms of
Yes.
cleaning up our communities. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, we are looking at maintenance.
Yes.
But one thing,
Tell me.
Ghana as a nation, our problem is the government, not we the people.
Well, how do
I
you
think so.
how do you see it that way? Share
I
with
say
us.
so because we are the same people. When we do travel outside, we do abide by all the rules and regulations there. So
Okay.
what happens that here in our own country, we cannot do same.
Okay.
Our laws are not working. Aside that, before you can think of maintenance, you ask yourself, first and foremost, as an individual, is the government putting in some measures to take care of you or in maintaining you? Because if you're not well maintained, how can you take care of your environment? I'm a mother. Any day I'm of health, I'm of sound mind, it reflects in my environment, the way I keep my kitchen, the way I take care of my kids and that stuff. So please, the government of today should let the people of this country see that they are Ghanaians. People are suffering. My dear, if you're hungry, can you think of let's say you're going to clean your gutter?
Okay.
You cannot do that.
Okay, so the initiative by, let's say, an example, the bus stop boys, where they are also Ghanaians like all of us, going through the same challenges that we experience on a daily basis, be it price rises, be it electricity issues and all of that. But yet they seem to feel that it's important that our communities are clean. And one of them joined us on the show last week to explain that one of the rationales is that if the gutter in my neighborhood or the gutters in my neighborhood are choked, when the waters are coming, it's my house that's going to get flooded, not the person who has been negligent of their duty, who doesn't live here. You see, so this is one of the driving motivations. Say, let me clean my gutter because it's in my neighborhood. What do you think of that?
You know what?
Yes.
Please. We are talking about maintenance here. Where I live, I think I'll take a video and I'll send it to your newsroom. There is a big drainage system. This one is natural. My dear, the whole entire community, when we come together, is beyond our repair.
Okay.
Unless government comes in.
Okay.
You may ask, don't we have opinion leaders? Don't we have assemblymen and what have you? But yeah, it's not working.
Have you spoken to any of the people in your community?
Oh, my man, it is not working. We live in the country, so where I live now is a new site. You won't even have a feel of government presence there, but road, no electricity, no water.
Which
And then
area
the
is this?
I'm talking about Ayawasi.
Okay.
Pokwase Ayawasi.
Okay.
And I'll take the video of the gutter I'm referring to you. So please, it's a hard time that the people of this country will have a feel of what Ghana is through our leadership. But that one too is not going to happen, I'm sorry to tell you.
Okay, so
Because
if it's not going to happen, shouldn't we as individuals within the community come together?
Patriotism is no more working. The spirit of patriotism is no more alive.
What do you see about?
It's dead and gone.
I want you to give me your comments on what the bus stop boys are doing, because the areas that they go and clean, they don't live there, but yet they see the gutters and they go.
There is always an exception, honey. To every situation, there's always an exception.
Okay.
Who knows? Maybe they are doing it for popularity, for likes. It's on TikTok and what have you. But in natural sense, my dear, the sense of patriotism, it is no more there. If you have to raise it, it's about 1/10. How I feel proud as a Ghanaian, how I should sacrifice, how I should take care of things belonging to this country. That spirit is no more there. That is what I'm talking about. And it's a danger. It's a kind of danger we need to wage. We are dying as people gradually. I'm sorry.
All right. Thank you very much.
We need to wake up.
Thank you.
Thank you too. You're
thank you
welcome.
for
You're
Tima,
welcome.
Tima
Thank
for
you,
calling
Tima.
us. All right, so Tima is very frustrated at the situation that she finds herself in within her community. And to a certain extent, I agree with her.
Yeah, she actually has a point.
That the general spirit of patriotism is gone. And that's why we find ourselves in this situation.
Where we are.
Right? I, however, am an optimist. That's the way I'm wired. And so I look at glimmers of hope.
Right.
And for me, I see people like the Bus Stop Boys giving us that glimmer of hope. Because when it's lost entirely, we won't have the Bus Stop Boys, right? But now we have people like the Bus Stop Boys who are doing this, showing us and even inspiring others to also wake up in their community far away from Accra.
Right.
To also do same.
Okay. So we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
We have another caller joining us, Abdul Rahman from Old Barrier, Kasua. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Abdul Rahman.
Good morning to you.
Please, can you turn down the volume of your TV set?
Oh, I'm getting out of the room.
Okay, that's fine now.
Right.
All right, so how do you want to contribute?
Thank you very much. Happy Barakada Salah to you and every Ghanaian that is watching us today.
Thank you so much.
So this issue about the sanitation, I think we have found ourselves in a very difficult situation. And so one thing I would suggest that our education system is one of the factors that is affecting our sanitation. Secondly, is politics. And I would like to explain myself very clear here. We have schools today that people are happy to send their children because the school will not allow their children to sleep. One, the school will not allow the teachers to teach the children, or maybe to care the children just because they feel they are elite and their children should not be touched. One, the child in question does not do any sort of cleaning in the house. Secondly, when he or she goes to school, she doesn't do any sort of cleaning in the school. So I'm asking a question. If such a child grows up, will the child know how to do cleaning by herself? Will she see the importance of cleaning or cleanliness in the house? For instance, I live in an old barrier, Choice, around Choice Street. We don't have a gutters, we don't have roads. Maybe a government, any government has come in and they came to do what? To construct a very beautiful gutter, construct a very beautiful road for us. After they finished everything, there was no filth or there was no garbage in the gutter. But 3 years time, we found garbages in the gutter, and we the same people will be sitting down and be blaming the government. Are we serious? How can you blame the government who built the road, built a gutter without any filth? You sit down unconcerned and you see people to dump anything anyhow. Secondly, it is our politics that is killing us today. We allow politics to get into our head to the extent that we allow people to sit on the road, in the middle of the road, and sell. So people, how do you hold them accountable when it comes to sanitation issues? A trader will come and sit in the middle of the road, sell and stay, and when he or she closes, she will leave the filth on the road. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, we do.
For instance, if a trader is in the market, or maybe the person has a store or whatever, you can hold the person accountable when their frontage is not clean. But when you allow a trader to sit in the middle of the road because of all because of politics, to sit in the middle of the road to sell, how do you hold them accountable? They will sell in the middle of the road and they get up and leave the sales in that particular on the road. So first is attitudinal change. First of all, it is attitudinal because you can't blame government for everything. Government has given you a very nice edifice. That is road and gutter. There is no field on it. He or she has had you. You people have been using it for 2-3 years, and you are blaming the same government for putting garbages into your own gutter. Knowing very well that government doesn't stay wherever you are staying. So what we are saying is that we have to change our attitude.
All right.
We have to take sanitation as our personal need. And know that when we take sanitation seriously, there are a lot of sicknesses that will never even visit us in our home, in our community. So my problem is we should do away with politics when it comes to sanitation. Everybody that needs to clear out of the route where they are, go to Carnation, go to Kasua, go to whatever. And today you will not see the Sama people. They call them Sama people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they go. You. That time there was. I mentioned that when you refuse to clean your face very well or your house very well, they will come and arrest you and they charge you to pay some sort of money. Now we don't have this particular. We decided to do anything anyhow. So what I'm saying is that can't we also think that maybe the sanitation, the food that we are involving ourselves in our community are the same thing that brings about this kind of diseases that we don't even know where it's coming from.
Right.
But at the end of the day, we put burden on the government. We are saying government is this, government that, government this, government that. Government will not clean. Government will not build the gutter for you. Then being the same person to be there every day to clean it for you. We have to do it ourselves. Thank you very much.
So before you leave us, I just wanted you to react to a comment that a previous caller made about, sometimes you have like for example, we talk about a gutter that has been built, but there's also the duty of the assemblies to make sure that the gutters are also clean. We've lost our caller.
All right,
okay.
We've lost him.
Right. So anyway, he made some very, very important points.
Yes, he made some very important points. I agree. But going back to what Tima said, it's coming from a place of frustration. And when you look at it, that's how a lot of Ghanaians feel, in the sense that we have, like you said, how many times do you even see your kids these days? Do you understand? You have to wake up in the morning, you have to go out to look for daily bread. And what time do you have? If things were put into place, if there were systems and things were a bit easier for everyone, then maybe we'll have, time for that. But then again, it doesn't, it's not how it has to be completely, because it's a personal thing. If I need to clean my space, I'll clean my space. Do you understand? But at this point, I just think she's talking from a place of frustration. And yes, there are a lot of people that feel that way. And it's okay to feel that way, because I can't tell you how to feel. Yeah.
Right, we have Nana Sahine from Kumasi. Nana, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Thank you.
Your thoughts on the conversation we are having. What do you think?
Okay, so for me, I think that in as much as we as individuals would want to do it or we want to take initiative, definitely there should be that government call. There should be law enforcement. Because if you are talking about the outside, where people go outside and then they obey the law, it means the government is enforcing it. So in as much as we are ready to take initiative, as human as we are, we have to be kept on our toes. So I think that we have to be doing it as individuals, but the government would have to enforce the law.
Okay.
Because if you come to Kumasi last 2 weeks, I think the Asante led
a cleanup exercise. Yes.
But after this week, if you go there, if not for the footages, there is nothing to show you that there was cleaning.
Wow.
I mean, the whole place is just messed up. I think it's not good. So there should be laws. There should be laws.
Yeah.
The town councils and those should come back to keep us on our toes. I think that will help.
All right, fantastic. Thank you very much, Nana. We really appreciate your call. That was Nana Sahini from Kumasi. Right.
So yes, there should be sanitation officers again.
I agree. I think that there are different layers to this conversation. It's not just one thing, right? Definitely patriotism needs to come back, right? And for me, Bachelor Boys are showing the way, right? Look, trust me, you can't force somebody to be patriotic. It has to come organically.
Right.
And it comes because people feel as though the country is worth sacrificing for. Do you get it? The country is worth dying for. The country is worth sacrificing for. Do you get it?
Right.
That's one of the
All right, so we have a last caller, Mary from Ejisu. Hello, Mary.
Hello.
Good morning. You are welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Good morning. Thank you.
All right, do citizens take charge or we have to wait for the government?
My sister, this morning I'm so pained.
Okay.
I am so pained because this is supposed to be the responsibility of the government.
Okay.
What are they using our money for? But then again, if we wait on them, Ghana will sink like the Titanic ship. So therefore, we have to carry it upon ourselves. See, let me tell you, when the areas in the Volta that got submerged,
yes.
Tell me one project the government did. Was it not CCTV? Was it not CCTV?
Well, government says they are working on something, so we are waiting to see.
So when? That is why Ghana will sink like the Titanic ship. Till when? My brother, till when? This is too sad.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Mary, we feel your pain. Thank you for calling.
Thank you for calling. Your pain is valid.
Thank you
and have a nice day.
Yeah. No, it's
So all the women sound the same way.
Yeah.
All the women that have called all sound the same way.
Yeah.
And the men are a lot more patriotic and
I don't even necessarily think they are more patriotic. I just think that it's just a different perspective on the problem.
Right.
Do you see the thing? Because
I think at the end of the day, it's a collective effort.
It is a collective. It has to be a collective.
It's a collective effort.
Now, me sitting here, I'm one of the biggest advocates for those who have been given a task to do their work.
Right.
Do you understand? I mean, you hear me all the time talking about this. Put the feet of the duty bearer to the fire. Yes, I believe in that. So if the assembly is responsible for making sure the neighborhood is clean, yes, this is your job, do the job, right? Sanitation, why are dustbins filled with rubbish sitting outside people's gates for 3 weeks?
Right.
3 weeks. It's just sitting outside people's gates. And people that have that are mentally challenged are rummaging through people's dustbins and finding things that they can either eat or salvage or whatever. It's happening. So don't get me wrong. I'm a biggest advocate of anybody who has been given a job to do. My taxes are paying your salary. You're not doing the work. Do the work. But there's also the other side that says, you know what? Am I going to wait and be frustrated every day till, like Mary says, we sing like the Titanic?
Yeah.
No, we shouldn't. We are smarter than that. So if I have to clean my environment so that my place is safe, I'll do what I have to do to make sure that I am safe, my family is safe.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So I don't think it's one thing or the other.
Yeah, I think it's a collective effort. Yeah.
And we must not let government off the hook just because we are rising up to do, self care and making sure that our environment and our communities are clean.
True.
Yeah. I think so.
Well, I think it's been a great discussion. And I want to say a very big thank you to each and everyone that called. And your feelings are valid, right? Your feelings are valid, and I hope that there's, we find a solution to all this. And remember, it's your health. It's your family's health too things are getting harder. If you get sick, that means you're going to spend a lot of money again in the hospital. And of course, nobody wants to throw money to the hospitals right now. So all you need to do is, you know, at least the least you can do.
Yeah.
The front of your house.
Yeah.
At least that one.
Yeah.
Let's try to all do it together.
Yeah.